Welcome to the 2020 Mayor's Grand River Cleanup. I'm Mayor Bliss from this wonderful city of Grand Rapids, and I'm so excited to be joining the 17th annual event. This year, it looks a little bit different than years past. So in years past, we'd all come together on one day and get out there and clean up our river. But this year, because of COVID, we are going to do things a little bit differently. So even though we're not coming together all together on the very same day, I strongly encourage you to still join us to get out there and help clean up our community and our Grand River. The mayors of our 5 communities in the Grand River watershed, every year we come together to do this. We'll be cleaning up over 10 miles along the Grand River, and we need your help to do that. So I want to take this moment to introduce you to one of my colleagues, so that you can hear from him, from our neighbor there in Walker, Mayor Carey.
Thanks for that intro, Mayor Bliss. I'm Carey Jr., Mayor of the City of Walker. Walker is proud to be on the edge of the Grand River with some of the region's best riverside parks, including Millennium Park and Johnson Park. We know that the more people get out to fish, kayak, and engage with the river, the more likely they are to protect this great resource. In addition to the great recreation along the river, you will notice the trees and wooded areas in these parks. These trees are important resources along rivers because they clean polluted stormwater and stop soil erosion. We are always planting more, and we encourage families to plant trees at their homes to help slow stormwater from entering the river, so when it gets there, it is clean of pollutants. Now let's head over to Kentwood to hear how they are protecting the Grand River.
Thank you, Mayor Carey. My name is Stephen Kepley. I'm the mayor for the city of Kentwood, and we're on a typical street here in the city where the streets are drained using catch basins. So when it rains, the water cleans the streets, cleans the sidewalks, and goes right into the storm system. So what are the storm systems connected to? They're connected to streams, and streams are connected to rivers. Rivers are connected to Lake Michigan. All this flows into Lake Michigan. So we need to be really careful about things that get into the catch basins around your city. So you do not want to pour anything that's man-made. Things like oil, gas, paint thinner, all those things will eventually end up in Lake Michigan. So we want to be really careful about what we do and take care of our part in keeping the Grand River and Lake Michigan clean. So as you might see here, this is a natural stream. Those catch basins are connected directly to streams, and we have streams all over the city of Kentwood. So when you think about trashes, that trash is probably not going to make it to the Grand River, but oils and gases, they probably will eventually make their way to the Grand River and to Lake Michigan. So I want us as Kentwood residents to do our part to clean and be good stewards of waters of the state. So please do not pour anything down the catch basins. If you see trash, man, please pick it up. And let's do our part to keep the waters of the state here in Michigan clean. With that, let's hear what's going on in the city of Wyoming.
Thanks, Mayor Kepley. I'm Mayor Jack Paul of the city of Wyoming. Wyoming is home to the Grand River and many other streams that flow through our parks and feed into the water. We have a lot of parks, and we also have a lot of pavements. These hard surfaces, like concrete, asphalt, and rooftops, heat up rain and snow and don't allow it to soak into the ground. As rain water flows across streets and parking lots, it picks up pollutants, goes down the storm drains without being cleaned by plants or soil. Dirty stormwater from each of our communities is the biggest source of pollution in the Grand River. It's not even close to any other. There are a few things you can do to help stop this flow. You can plant more trees on your property. You can divert your gutters to flow into your yard instead of on the sidewalk or in your driveway. And you can install a rain barrel to collect the water from your roof and use it for watering your plants and flowers. If you all make a little small change, we can create a huge positive impact. Now let's hear from Mayor Moss of the city of Granville.
Thanks, Mayor Paul. I'm Steve Moss, the Granville Mayor. The City of Granville has been participating in the Grand River cleanup for many years, but it's great to be able to take action right here in our own community. The truth is, the biggest source of pollution in the Grand River isn't the wrappers and the plastic water bottles along the river edge. Most of it starts right out in front of our own homes. even if we don't live along the river. The top 3 pollutants identified in the Grand River are bacteria, sediment, and excess nutrients. Stormwater runoff is the primary source of these pollutants, as Mayor Paul mentioned. Usually these come from things like animal waste, such as waste from our dogs, leaves that go down the storm drain, and soil erosion. If we take just a little bit of time to clean out the storm drains in front of our own homes, it would go a long way to protecting our river. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to learn more and to protect our community. Now back to you, Mayor Bliss.
I want to thank all of the mayors who come together every year for the Grand River cleanup. As I said, we know this year's cleanup is a little bit different than years past, but it truly is a great moment for all of us to realize that we still can come together to make a difference, to clean up this beautiful asset that runs through the heart of our city. And we can be a part of cleaning up our city every single day. So when you're out and about, you can take a bag with you and clean up the trash that you see. Make sure that you're cleaning up if you have a dog, make sure you're cleaning up after your dog, or even be a part of stepping up and helping us plant trees in our city to get to that goal of a 40% tree canopy that we know helps with water runoff and cleaning water runoff. So with that, I hope you have a great week cleaning and that you make sure to support the local organization that really makes all this happen every single year. And that is the West Michigan Environmental Action Council. So go to WYOMING.org, make sure that you stay engaged and support this organization as you get out there to clean up our river.